Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the FB4. We are back. Well, for this Sunday anyway, we're back. We'll see how we get on for the weeks to come. Chris's eyebrows are going mental there. Matt doesn't believe a word I'm saying. But look, we're back. Sunday nights. What are we going to do? Oh yeah, we're going to see how everyone's bottle is, because it seems to be going all over the place. If you haven't guessed where Grizz was on holiday, just have a quick look at the cup he's drinking from. He was in Sicily. Trust him to pick the cup. He bought himself a cup while he was away. It's absolutely horrendous, isn't it?
You do. Everyone does that. Every time you're away, you bring back something. I decided to bring back a mug of tea.
All right.
A mug.
Oh, just a mug of tea. Was there tea in it as you were going through customs?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. FB4, Gav, Matt, Grizz. Here we go. Matt, how's your bottle? How's things? Are you all right?
I'm absolutely loving it. I've been looking forward to this for years. A title push. I don't know. I can't get my head around it. I'm not having to go at people for having digs on Twitter or wherever in the Twitter sphere and saying afterwards, "Oh, we should have done this, should have done that." That's absolutely fine. Going into the game and looking for areas of improvement. But it's people who've completely lost the plot, and I just don't get it. Like, we've been looking forward to a title challenge for how many years now? Since 2013-14. But even now, it just feels so much stronger, this one, than that one. And it was never going to be easy. You're not going to get a title challenge where you just sit top in October and go through till May and you've won it. It's never going to be like that. We've got a game tomorrow where we could go 5 points clear of Man City with a win. And it's one of the most nerve-wracking games we've had since the final, I'd say. And I'm absolutely loving it. I can't wait to watch tomorrow's game and brick it and moan at half time and get involved in all this. That's exactly what a title challenge is about. It's about the ups and the downs. We're not going to win every game. We drew at Leicester. That's all right. They beat City. They're a good team. These things happen. It's not going to be a win every game, and it just adds to the spice of the whole challenge for me anyway.
Grizz, you've said it since day one that we're finishing second, so I'd say you've no nerves whatsoever going on, have you?
No, absolutely no nerves at all. My prediction at the start of the season was we're going to finish second and we're going to push City all the way. Mm-hmm. At the moment, we're on top of City and they're pushing us all the way. So, I'm 50% right. So
fuck off, you're a bellend. You can't not think we're not going to win now. You must think we're in for it now. You've got to change.
Comfort blankets.
You've got to change. Yeah, exactly. He's just preparing himself because he's not hard enough to take it on the chin if we fail at the last hurdle.
No. See, I'll repeat myself, and then you got to listen carefully this time round, and you won't ask that question. Of course, I think we can win it now. There's no doubt. I think we can win it. But do I think we're going to win it? No, I'll stick with my initial prediction of finishing second. Now, of course, I'm excited. I'm well as you know. We're every day we wake up and we WhatsApp each other like long lost fucking boyfriend and girlfriends and say how excited we are. Of course, we are. We're well excited, and you're right. The fact that we're going into February now, and not most. I think all the bookies have us as favourites. Is fucking where we wanted to be as a club. You know, it's been years since we're like favourites for the title going into the last 13, 14 games. So it's a brilliant place to be. It's an exciting place to be. But I also understand the people that a couple of weeks or a few weeks ago said we've won it are now bricking it because that's the type of persons they are. There's no need to go overboard either way, in my opinion. I'm quite relaxed. I'm having a nice cup of tea from Sicily. And it is what it is. We're in a title race. As you said, Matt, no title race is easy. Every team that has won it, bar City last season and Chelsea under Mourinho, has been like, nip and tuck all the way up to the last 6-8 weeks. So that's the way title races are, and we're no different. We're in a title race. We're sitting good. We're sitting pretty. But I can also understand the fear factor going through some because of the scars of the past, and that's what it is.
Yeah. Absolutely. I understand them as well. We've been there, done it, but I just don't get not getting your hopes up. Like the Champions League last season, I had 4 good months of going out to watch all the games, singing all day. The day after, like after that Roma game, you had that tune in your head for a week, and that's what it's all about. Okay, we had one shit night, but them 4 or 5 months before were an absolute fucking buzz. So I'm going all in. I'm thinking we can win the title like I do every season until we can't, and I'm just going to enjoy the whole ride.
Yeah, Ray Dickinson says that Grizz is very relaxed about his £2,000 on City at 9-4, and he looks very. And I think he's spending his winnings already, Ray, because he's bought a massive cup from Sicily.
And I've had half a haircut.
Half a haircut. It's getting finished Tuesday/Wednesday. He'd let you know. He'd be on Twitter with just googly eyes, and probably Tuesday, and then you'll know he's getting his haircut. Matt, I'm with you. I want this every season. I want to get to February 1st every season and be not even 5 points clear, be 1 point behind, 2 points behind, level, anywhere around there. This is what you want.
Shut it.
No, hold on. You've had your say.
Yeah, shut up, you.
My opinion is, right, you're talking about people getting so down. It's inbuilt in Liverpool fans. We've said this before. They've had so many close calls and it just doesn't happen for them. But this time, I believe this team is different. And on top of that, I think it's comfort blanket stuff. That's what I genuinely think it is. I think it's. I'd say most people that are saying no, this is still not going to happen, are sitting at home praying to all their saints that it'll happen. They're lighting candles all over the place, but at the same time, put this out that no, we're not going to win it because that softens the blow if we don't. We mightn't win it, but I tell you something. Give me this in February 1st every single year with a 50-50. Well, you could call it a 33% chance now with Spurs coming back into it. But give me that every single season. Why should
fuck Spurs off? Spurs on,
no,
innit?
You can't 9
wins we do this.
Listen, all football men will tell you Spurs are in it. Go.
Yeah.
No, but Matt, what's your name, host?
Mick.
That's the one. Do you know what? You make a great point when you say that I want to be in this situation every season. And the thing that relaxes me this time more than it would be normally is the fact that we're good now. So 13-14, we knew it was just a one-off and we're never going to get a chance.
Could it be something where you're thinking we mightn't win it, but it's not going to be like 2014 where this squad falls apart and this squad looks set up with the contracts that have been signed and different things that, regardless of what happens come the 12th of May this season, or the 11th or 12th of May, we're ready to go again regardless.
Gav, that's exactly what I was going to say if you let me finish.
Klopp's throwing it away because he let Kleiny go.
Oh, yeah. Remember that?
I was going to say, no, but you know what it is? We are a good team now and the future's bright and I can see us being in this position come February for the next 3-4 seasons. So that's why it's not... It'll be devastating if we don't win it, right? Let's get real, all right? Let's get cut to the chase. But what I'm trying to say is it's not make or break for our club. Like sort of, we're there. We're going to be there every season. Now, you can tell, as you said, Gav, all the top stars signed on, Klopp staying. We're in a good place. We've got money to spend in the summer. We know our recruitment's top-notch these days. We're going to be challenging the likes of City and no one else really. I can't really see anyone else even stepping up to us next season. I think Spurs will fall off next season even worse.
Spurs will do what they're doing this season. They'll be there or thereabouts for the next few years until Pochettino goes to
which is
United. After United are going to sign Solskjaer after this run. He's going to be out by Christmas because he's shit, and then they'll take Poch.
I think to give Pochettino the job in the summer. But look, I'm not talking about them. They're insignificant. Spurs aren't, because Spurs, despite injuries, players being away on international duty and stuff like that, are still kept going. They were in 4 points, although we have a game in hand. But regardless of all that, no matter what happens, we are 4 points clear in the league. Well, 2 points clear now with a game in hand tomorrow. And regardless of what happens tomorrow night, after 25 games, we'll be still top of the Premier League. And we're in with a good a shout as anyone. What I can't get is Liverpool are wobbling. Now, let me tell you, City have lost 4 in the last 9 or 10 Premier League games. We've lost 1 all season, right? And if this is a wobble, Jesus, I'll take that as a wobble all day long. I really will. But looking forward a little bit, and Matt's mentioned something there, Klein and different things like that. Grizz, for you, is the injury situation becoming a little bit concerning for you? Mainly because 1, they're injured, and 2, we're having to use 1, 2, and possibly 3 players every game now, kind of out of position.
All right, let's give this injury situation some context, right? That's the best way. Well, it's the best way to do it. Is give it some context, right?
I'll go make a brew.
Every club, every club, even the ones amongst us at the top, Spurs and your cities, whatever, have had injury problems, have situations. Spurs have had an awful injury crisis, right? So every club has them. You deal with them. Now, the fact that it's Joe Gomez, who's been probably our standout, well, apart from VVD, but, our standout defender and performer in the first sort of 12, 15 games, wherever it was, right? It's making people worry and panic. Now, Trent's had a minor setback, and he's back now, near enough. He's full training. So, in effect, it's only one player that we've lost. We knew Ox was out for majority of the season from the start, so he doesn't count. What injury crisis is it exactly? Can someone explain to me when they use the word crisis?
I don't think it's a crisis. I think...
Yeah, let me jump in.
Yeah.
It's because they're all in the same position. They're all in the defence.
And
you look at our squad.
That's where Klein comes into the conversation.
Yeah, exactly. If you look at our squad at the start of the season or December, whenever, and we've got 2 players for pretty much every position, haven't we? And then we've got Milner, a couple of utilities that can cover. What's happened is we've lost 2 centre-backs and our 2 right-backs at the same time. We haven't lost a centre-back, a right-back, a midfielder, and one of the strikers. We've lost the back right of our team all at the same, 4 players at the same time, and that's why it's a crisis. But now 2 of them are back. So, all right, we're okay. We scraped through it with a draw against Leicester, which, to be fair, we could get a draw against Leicester anyway. They're not a bad team. They hit people on the counter, is what they do. So we've scraped through. We've come out of our hopeful injury crisis 2 points clear with a free hit to play tomorrow.
I'll tell you what it is, Gav and Matt. Yeah. Do you know what it is? It's look, the way you got it, and the people that are saying buy in terms of buying players, not like goodbye, right? The way you got to look at it is how many of those top clubs around us have got 4 centre backs. Now, in my opinion, I'm just going to give my opinion. It's true. Joe Gomez was set to return 2 weeks ago. Joe Gomez was set to return when Klopp did say that he's back in training next week. Blah blah blah. When they come back from their trip abroad, Trent's back now. Lovren's just, Lovren, he misses the odd game here and there, but it's nothing serious. And Matip's back to full fitness, and Virgil's back to fitness. Now, which club has depth? We can, we have our doubts about Matip and Lovren, but in effect, they're very good Premiership backups. We've got 4 centre backs there. Klopp said it as well. He goes, how can I justify buying another top centre back? Because we can't buy any willy-nilly centre back for the sake of it in January. We've got to buy a top centre back. A, there's not many flying about, and B, you can't really justify buying a 50, 60 million centre back in January when you've got probably one of the best centre backs in the Premier League just a couple of weeks away, according to his knowledge, which was Joe Gomez.
Not just that. You got to think about it. Sorry, Gav, I'll jump in quickly. Okay. Who are you going to buy? Like players? Sorry, not players. The fans are just expecting whoever you buy to settle straight away. Look at Robertson. Look at Ox. Look at Fabinho. Look at all these players. How long it takes them to adapt to a Klopp system.
Especially the way we defend, Matt. Yeah, you're right. Especially the way we defend.
You're not going to buy a centre back who can come in straight away and be amazing. So by the time our centre backs are fit, which is this week and next week, 2 weeks, he's not going to be settled anyway. So there's just no point. If Klopp doesn't want him, I'm happy to go. He's got more knowledge about the player's fitness than me. I'm happy to go forward without one.
Well, the thing is, I wouldn't buying a centre half in January, like Ray says, is very hard to do for the quality you want to get. And if you bought one just below the quality you wanted to get as a stopgap, what centre half is going to leave a reasonably good quality side to come to Liverpool to find out in 3 weeks' time he's going to be 4th or 5th choice? Because that's what they probably end up being. But the thing is,
what's Stephen Corker up to these days?
Don't know. It doesn't matter. He only plays up front anyway. But what I'm saying is, I don't think signing a
utility man
is the move to do in January, because like I said, if a fella comes in and says, why am I going there? I might play 2 games and then I'm out, because Gomez is the 4th choice beside Van Dijk. Lovren is probably 2nd choice. Matip's 3rd choice. You're probably looking at 3rd choice at best. You know what I mean?
The only way we do it is if it's someone we've looked at anyway, and it's someone we've wanted.
And you can get him.
Yeah, and it becomes available. That's when it's acceptable. But we know Klopp doesn't panic buy. He hates people being on the in the squad taking up wages.
People have thrown the VVD example, like, oh, look how quickly VVD settled. VVD is the fucking best defender in the world. That's why he settled.
You just need to buy the second best to go next.
Yeah, you're not going to cherry pick the best defender or the second best defender. You know, there's mad shouts like, go and spend bucks on Koulibaly. Why the fuck are Napoli going to let go of Koulibaly in the middle of the fucking season? Do you know what I mean? Shouts like that.
Look,
you're right, Matt.
Can I ask you something?
Yeah, go on. Of course you can.
We don't do any. We haven't done that in January, so the conversation is a bit null and void. But is it something we have to look at in the summer? And what I mean, but I've always said, Matip or Lovren, one goes, you sign a belter, and he goes in there with Van Dijk, Gomez, and one of Matip and Lovren next season. Is this something you think we look at in the summer where we go for a top drawer centre half, but Gomez is put into the bracket now where he's considered to be? Could he be one of the ones that goes because of the record of injury?
No, Gomez won't go in. But you're absolutely spot on. We will, in no doubt, look for a top centre back. I had my doubts about we're going to spend majority of our money on a centre back. I thought we were going to go for the striker and a wide man, majority of the money. But now, just like when the Alisson situation changed, where we suddenly decided we're going to go and get a top world class keeper, I think we are. I think Klopp and the medical team and etc. coaches will look at the situation, and especially the injury, the ones that are sort of, you know, getting injured regularly, and sort of see what their fitness situation is. I think we will target a first choice centre back as opposed to someone who's going to play understudy to Joe Gomez. Don't get me wrong, Joe Gomez, and we've praised him enough on this show, he's been star and he's proved me badly wrong. I love it when Liverpool players prove me wrong, right? And he has. But we have to consider the injury situations of the other two for sure, for definite. Matip and Lovren are unreliable backups. If you've got unreliable backup, it's useless them being a backup, is it really? So I think we definitely will go for a top centre back in the summer. January was not the time.
No, I don't think it was the time because, like I said, you're buying someone for the sake of buying someone. But as Matt said, if you can get someone that you've looked at and you've tracked and you managed to get them, but the chances of that are slim and none. Listen, looking forward, we have a big game tomorrow night. The Cop Table have done a preview on this with Chris Akabusi is on it, and he's brilliant value. I listened to it while I was editing. Not quite like that, Chris, but keep going. You'll get there in the end. You know,
was Eddie Murphy?
they were talking about the game obviously on Monday night, and Akabusi didn't seem too confident because West Ham are in a bad run of form. They're very hit and miss, and he feels that they could be quite open at the back, especially down the sides, and Liverpool could get at them. But looking ahead tomorrow night, firstly, City win today, they were in 2 points. Spurs win yesterday, they go within 4. Matt, first of all, the mentality of Liverpool going into this one, we treat it as another game. We block all these results in the weekend out, and we just go out and play our game. Do you think that's possible, or do you think this is now where it really kicks in, where pressure starts being thrown at one team and back at the other, and it's like a bit of a game of tennis now?
Yeah, let's get the cliches out. This is where Klopp starts earning his money. No, you can't block it out. You absolutely can't. They're going to know the results. They're going to know the 2 points behind. But at the end of the day, it's the way you spin it. You can look at it like shit. They're getting closer, or think, listen, we're still 2 points ahead no matter what we do. So let's go out and play our game and win it. And Klopp's been here, done this before. He knows what he's talking about, so he knows how to get the best out of this team. And he will tell them not to worry about anyone else. You just worry about the next game. That's right, but it's always going to be in the back of the mind. But a bit of pressure is not bad. It's all about how you channel that pressure and how these team channel the pressure. I think this is a big worry for a lot of people. I'm not getting the hopes up because in the past this team hasn't done well under pressure. But we've got different people in this team now. We've got Alisson, where he came in place of Karius and Mignolet, who weren't good under pressure at all, and we've got VVD at the back who's controlling things. So we've upgraded the team in terms of how they can handle the pressure, not just playing ability. You look at the leaders on the pitch that people are talking about, and we've got them all over the place now. It's not just people leading by example or Hendo shouting. So I think the team itself can handle this running, and I think we had one little bump against Leicester, which was unlucky. We never really do well after a long break anyway. So we're going to see a lot better tomorrow what this team is made of. But I'm pretty confident that we'll walk through West Ham.
Yeah. Liverpool too, Chris says Arnautovic is injured. I've heard varying reports on that. And then another lad there says West Ham threats are Anderson and Arnautovic, but that's about it. I don't know about that. I think they've one or two more, but Grizz, Arnautovic, have you heard anything on him and what the story is with regards to his injury?
I think it was bruising more than anything else. There was nothing broken when at first they said he's out as soon as, because it looked really bad, etc. But I don't know, bruising, you can handle bruising. I think, he'll want to play against Liverpool. Everybody's going to want to play against us. He'll be fired up. But as Matt says, these are the kind of games that we have to get used to as a club. And more so, the clubs first, but equally the fans. We have to get used to pressure, Liverpool at the top, fighting for the big pots. This is what we're about now. I think a lot of fans are still in sort of shock mode every time they see the table and oh my god, that's us at the top. We've got to get used to it. Like, we're a big club now. Last season, every season we've seen that percent, 20%, 15% progress. We progress even more next season. But for now, let's enjoy it. We're at the top.
Yeah. A lot of you saw a lot of fans saying we bottled it. To be fair, I think most of the fans have bottled it before the team have. They've given up already. How do people give up when you're top of the league and 5 points clear? It's madness. We need to start getting behind this. And January's never the time. February's never the time to do it. But if we're still top by March, we need to start singing the bus in and getting that place rocking.
But Matt, but a lot of the people say, and Gav, a lot of the people are saying on Twitter, well, it's not us that are playing. We can be as nervous and we can be as cowardly as we want. It's the players and the managers that really need to be strong, and they will be strong.
No.
Well, no, because Virgil van Dijk and Klopp have come out recently and in the past as well and said the atmosphere emanates into the ground, and it's usually because I've been in the away ends are bouncing and the away fans are top notch, but the atmosphere at home can be really, really sort of pressurized, tense. Yeah, it can be tense.
And I'm glad we're playing West Ham away.
If you get
our away fans are
us Londoners will be there packed.
If
you going? Oh, fuck off.
Got his haircut now. Well, he's getting his haircut.
Half a haircut. I'll be finished by tomorrow.
No, but you see, if you're going to talk about Liverpool or Anfield, European nights and the like of 12 man and everyone talks about it. In the reverse of that, you have to say, lads, you walk in there and you're moaning and groaning and nearly kind of massive inhales when the ball goes near the keeper or something like that. That transfers onto the pitch as well. It's not only good.
Absolutely does.
But look, let's be honest about it. During the week, the atmosphere wasn't great at Anfield. Andy was over there and says, no, it wasn't good. The weather didn't help. It was absolutely freezing cold. There was a massive fucking hailstorm before it. It was a bit tense because people probably seen it as a big chance. Now, you'd hope that the team, the manager, the supporters learn from that and say, right, if we get to, for argument's sake, Bournemouth next week and City have dropped more points or Spurs have dropped more points and we've won and we've a chance again to go again and put pressure on, that's when you do what Matt says. You start making loads of noise outside the ground, loads of noise on the way in, while you're in there, on the way out. And I think it just needs a switch of mentality. And once it switches, it'll stay there. We've seen it in European runs. We've seen it in league runs.
I get it. I've been there for nervy games. It's horrible. It's hard to get up and start singing when you're just so intense in the game and nervous about every touch. It's hard to do. We just need to try and do it. Get the fans just to do it. Sometimes sometimes it's just a big tackle.
How many games?
A good little passage.
How many home games we've got left, Matt?
It's 7.
I'm going to say 11. What?
Home games.
We've got 14 games, haven't we? Only 11 at home. Or was it less than that?
No, man. 11 at home.
I thought we had
He's drunk.
No, I think
I'm not
7
drinking.
and 7. It's 7 and 7 left.
All right, well, let's say 7. And we worked out that, we've been on our calculators and our Casio watches, right? We've worked out that we need 11 more wins, right?
Oh, yeah.
And So all right, you have. So seven of those are at home. If the crowd pushes us like they have in the past, and they do on Champions League nights, when the odds are against us. Now you got to remember the odds are for us this time, but we've come back from situations and games and sort of circumstances when the odds are against us. So the psychology of our fan base is weird sometimes. I don't get it. We need to push them now when the odds are for us and push them to this title. 7 wins at home, 7 games, 7 wins at home. That will mean we need to pick up 4 wins away from home. And we can very, very, very easily do that with our strike force, with our sort of defense. You know, we can afford to drop 4 or 5 points even more. There's absolutely no need to panic at this stage.
Yeah, you're right. We actually do better when our backs are against the wall, I think.
Yeah, I started that countdown on the first day of the season as a complete joke. When they won the
I saw someone else do it on Twitter. Kieran Clapham guy, he does it.
Okay.
Kieran is my mate. Shout out to Kieran. He's going to come on a pod soon.
Well, when the first one, after the first day of the season, I just put down, as a joke, 29 more wins. I don't know why I've done it, but I just kept it up. We're down to 11. And I've had people say to me, what are you doing? We need more than that. Then I've had Shawnee come on to me and said to me, this is the truth. Shawnee said, if that fucking countdown comes true, there'll be a tray of cans at your front door on the 28th of every month for the foreseeable future.
Shawnee's boss.
So I want to win just for that. Never mind the trophy.
Gav, if that countdown comes through, I'm going to take down all my Carol Vorderman posters in my bedroom.
And put one up on me.
And I'll stick up your fucking mug everywhere in my room. I tell you, I don't care if my wife leaves me.
Brilliant. Just on the above the top bunk. You stay in top bunk.
You're the original countdown host. I tell you, I'll forget Carol Vorderman if this comes off. Yeah. But no, seriously, 11 wins. That's what it is. That's what it is.
That's what I have.
We're fine to start counting down. There's absolutely bollocks. There's no bad luck.
11 wins. 11
bollocks
wins,
to that.
2 draws, 2 defeats gives you 95.
7 wins at home. 7 wins at home. That'll take us 70% to the title, 75% to the title.
Matt,
and the crowd needs to know that and feel that every home game.
Matt, you're saying 9 wins. I don't know whether you're messing or not. 9 wins would put you on 83 points with 6 games to go.
Yeah, done.
You're happy with that?
Yeah.
No, are you serious with your 9? Are you serious with 9?
No,
I haven't done the math.
No, I think it's 11, 2 draws, 2 defeats, 94.
You need to do the math.
The maths, yeah. But look, it's one. I like the one game at a time thing. Take tomorrow night, go again, then Bournemouth at the weekend, isn't it? And then United the following Sunday.
How come City have got a game on Wednesday?
City have a game on Wednesday because they were due to play Everton the weekend of the FA Cup, so they brought it forward. That's why. That's why they have that. They could.
They're basically.
If there was anyone other than the Blue Shites, I'd be happy about that. But they're just going to roll over.
They could have moved the game back, but Everton agreed to move the game forward. And it's clearly a let's get an extra game in before them and try to put more pressure on it. But that's the way it goes. We all play 38 at the end of the season, so who really cares? But look, going back to the game.
They'll be 2 points behind us. Anyway, go on.
Going back to the game, looking at it, I'm trying to pick a team, and there's injuries and Milner's back. But Matt, if you're to pick me a team, what are you going
with? Alisson, Milner.
Give it some context.
No.
Don't
Alisson,
give names.
Milner, Lovren, VVD, Robertson, Fabinho, because it's better to have him in the midfield. This is where we are as a team now. Then move him to right back and lose what he offers. So I'd rather have Milner at right back. Fabinho, it's Hendo or Gini. I don't like both together, so I'm going to go Hendo because it's away.
Mad shout, mad.
Keita, and then the 3 lads.
You'll get your turn. Chris, go on, I'll give you your turn.
No, I just think dropping Gini, who's forget all that home away bullshit, because he's put that to bed this season. He's been awesome home and away, in my opinion.
I love him. He's been one of my favourite players.
It's my turn now. It's my turn now. Shut up. And so he's been the most consistent central midfielder for me. He's been more consistent than Fabinho and Hendo, and obviously Keita. So he'd be my first name on the team sheet, to be honest with you. This Fabinho shout right back, it's all on Twitter. I mean, I don't think I think Fabinho's probably the last option for Klopp. I think Camacho's even ahead of Fabinho for right back. He actually doesn't. It seems like he doesn't like Fabinho at right back. So Fabinho would definitely get into the team. You was talking about leaders and people that haven't been in this situation before, Matt. And we've got leaders throughout. I count Fabinho as one of them now as well because he captained Monaco. We've got Virgil, we've got Alisson, all guys that have come into this.
Just give us the fucking team.
I'm giving you context. I'll give you a chance. So for me, Fabinho and Gini would be the first names in midfield. I'd pick Hendo. I think we go back to 4-3-3.
So you're going to start midfield, and then you're going to tell us defence, and then the attack.
Defence. No, I'm just giving you a bit
of context.
It doesn't pick itself. I know it doesn't. It's injuries. All right. So Milner at right back. Yeah, good old professional, reliable million.
Hell, he's starting again.
James Milner.
Did I say what at some stage?
James Milner.
I'll be back in a bit, Gav.
Yeah. You're making me lose my rhythm. James Milner right back. I think Matip has done enough to keep his place. I don't think he's been as bad as some making out. In fact, I think his passing has been pretty good from the back. Matip and VVD and Robbo. Then I think we go with a solid midfield three because I don't think he wants to concede a goal. I think we go Gini, Hendo, Fabinho, and the three lads up top.
Yeah, Liverpool too. Chris agrees with you. He has the exact same team written down on Periscope. I disagree.
I like Chris.
I disagree.
That's Chris's banner.
Although the big worry is right back, it's compounded this week because of this lad that plays Philippe Anderson plays left side for them, and I really like him. Good footballer, good on the ball, has a bit of pace. He seems to be their outlet. So it's key whoever plays there has a good game. Milner has the experience to do it. I believe he does. Now, people said about Zaha and already got done by the Zaha. I think away from home,
didn't Shaq play in front of Milner?
Yeah, but I think
so that is how you can't just say Milner got raped because that's half the issue. The midfield needs to cover across, and Shaq wasn't doing it.
Yeah, I think
if Hender's in that midfield,
that's why I think
Milner's not a worry.
Yeah,
that's why I think he changed it tomorrow.
I'm going Milner, Matip, Van Dijk, Robertson, Fabinho, Wijnaldum, Keita, and the three lads. I want Shaqiri off.
You'll have fanboys coming for you.
Oh well, that's life.
Who have you dropped? Hendo from the midfield.
Yeah, I'll take Hendo. And I'm a massive fan of Hendo, but I under no circumstances do I want to see Fabinho playing in this team anywhere other than centre midfield. And I think he plays best with Wijnaldum.
So you think Keita gets another start away from home?
I'd like to see Keita get a start where he plays in that tree, but
I thought he did all right. I thought he was harsh.
I think
he needs a goal because
he does need a goal.
As fans, we put a lot of emphasis on goals scored.
Not even a goals, Matt. Not even a goals, Matt. I think he needs even an assist, like one of his piece of magics that leads to a goal. And we think that's what Keita.
He needs something down, something solid we can hang on to.
That's what we bought Keita for.
He's been hitting the post. He's been getting into the box, getting penalties that he didn't get, but he should have had. He's been doing a lot. He's making them forward runs. He hasn't blown us away, but I still think he's been very good.
Well, I'm playing Keita, but I'm only playing him if they leave Firmino up front and they keep Salah on the right. I think if they go Salah up front and you're going to play somebody out wide in a 4-2-3-1, then it changes. I don't want to.
It's intriguing tomorrow what we do. It is intriguing.
Now, the only thing is, you get more cover for Milner in a 4-3-3 than you do a 4-2-3-1, in my opinion, because on the right hand side you end up with a Shaqiri, and Shaqiri, although he works hard, I don't think he gets back enough to help. But I'm still going to stick with Keita, but I'd like to see Firmino up and playing against them centre halves and making the space for Keita and for Salah in particular and Mane to get in around these and play, because you have to remember Zabaleta's going to play right back for these tomorrow, and if we're not targeting Zabaleta with outnumbering them a la Keita and Mane getting at him and Robertson, or getting in behind them, with Salah or Mane, we have to be targeting that area for me. So that's the team I go with, lads.
It's a great point, Gav.
Give me a quick prediction, Matt, and I want a real prediction, Matt. And you, Grizz, if you say 2-2, I swear to fucking God.
Don't ask me then,
Matt.
3-0.
3-0. Okay, good stuff. Grizz.
2-1.
2-1. Oh, he's knocked the goal off. I'm going to go 3-1 the Reds. I think Yeah, I think we have enough to beat this. Like, they're 14th in the league. They've been beaten away by Wimbledon. They've been knocked about by Wolves. All right, they're at home, but I think there's enough there for us to beat them. I really do. I'd like to be 3-1 up with 15 to go, though. I don't want to be 2-1 up with 5-10 to go, because they're loading Andy Carroll on us.
I think a lot will depend. No, a lot will depend on how we approach it and how we play. But it's significant how they set up as well, because if they decide to go with Noble in a 2 alongside Declan Rice, I know you said target Zabaleta, and of course that's the natural thing to do. But I would really, really go 3 against 2 in there. That's why I would play 4-3-3 tomorrow, Gav. Because if they decide to play Noble and Declan Rice as a 2, and then let's say...
You can go 4-3-3 with Keita and Wijnaldum ahead of Fabinho.
You can, but I can't see him dropping his skipper for the last... If Hendo's fit for the last 10, 12 games, I can't see him dropping him.
Oh, he can.
Especially... I can't. It's my opinion. Especially the form he's showing. He's been playing really well last couple of weeks. I don't think he was bad. I think he was quite good at right back, considering he hasn't played it for years and whatnot. So I can't see him dropping him. I really think he's had enough of these stupid goals that we've been leaking recently, and that's why I'm of the opinion that I don't think he will start Keita, even though there's I'd like to, because you want to see Keita run of games. I just think he might sit this one out and come back for the weekend. Okay,
Matt. I know City have Dave Everton and are away on Wednesday. It's a Wednesday, yeah, and they have Chelsea at home next Sunday. I don't know who Spurs have. I haven't looked it up. I genuinely don't know who they're playing. Can you see City dropping anything in those 2 games?
I don't know. I don't know. They're looking good at the moment. We've got to pretend that they won't, and then if they do, it's a bonus. That's how I'm looking at City at the moment.
If they win all their games, how many points do they end up with, Gav?
They're not going to win all their games, though.
Shut up! I'm asking him a question. Go on, Gav.
42, 50. What have they got? 57 at the minute, is it?
No, you done the math, innit? You done the math all week.
City have 59 points with 14 left, so 39 and 59 is 98.
Okay, 98 points they end up with.
Yeah. The team has lost 4 in the last 10.
No, I'm now we're going to deduct it from there. So we're looking for them to drop about 5 points realistically. I think they end up with 92, 93 points.
Yeah, possibly. Yeah.
98 minus 5 is 92. Yeah.
No, 92, 93. I said something. I'm giving you just a rough estimate. All right. Okay. Stop concentrating. And then therefore we
City don't drop in the next 2 games. It's my question. You shut up. City don't drop in the next 2 games. We win both ours as well, so it's not a worry.
Okay, and Spurs currently 57 points, 13 to go. Max they can get.
Don't be worrying about Spurs.
No, you have to listen. You have to give them their due.
Listen, every season have you not learned? Every season they do this. They come in around January, February, and everyone goes, "Oh, look at Spurs. They're doing all right. Oh, they're in for the fucking run." And by mid-March, they're about 9 points off, and they just dwindle into fucking...
So do we, Matt.
So we haven't been in this position.
We buckle under pressure as well.
The only argument you'd have, Matt,
playing devil's advocate.
Spurs have more experience in this position than we have.
Than us.
They've got experience of not being able to do it.
I'm playing devil's advocate. If you were to look at both of these sides, for pure experience in the top 2 or 3 in the Premier League for the last 5 seasons, Spurs have a lot more experience in there than we do.
Right, I'll tell you what.
Yeah.
Spurs have been in this position. They haven't got any better. They haven't got any shitter. They've just been here, and this is where they've always been. We have been on a projection from where Klopp took us when he took over 8th place, and we have improved season upon season, notably, like real improvement, which you can see with the cup finals and the league positions and consolidating Champions League, and we're getting to this point where, we've got to this point now where we surpassed them, but we're on an upward trajectory. They're just going flat, and they'll always be flat because that's the type of team they are.
So for you,
we don't need to worry about them.
So for you, they'll revert to mean, and they'll come in around 87, 88 points.
Not even.
That? Well, that'd be 30 points from the next 39.
Well, you got to take into consideration they're out of all the cups now, aren't they?
Well, they're left in. They're still in Europe.
Champions League, yeah?
They've got Barcelona or something, haven't they?
Dortmund.
Well, okay, so they've got same as us now, right? They've got near enough the same type of, and they also play us at home and City away.
No, they travel to us and they travel to City.
Haven't they had loads of late goals as well?
And they travel to, and I think.
They don't count, do they, Matt?
And then they've Arsenal.
They fucking do, but it doesn't mean a team going.
I think they have to play Arsenal. I think they have to play Arsenal at home, and I think they might have to travel to Chelsea. I'm not too sure. But look,
they've got to play City and us.
Yeah,
the two best teams in the league.
Yeah. Look,
and we've got to play City and we've got to play them and
Chelsea and United.
And United.
Yeah. But look, it can go anyway. But I still think one game at a time. That's being honest with you. Take it one game at a time. See what happens after Monday night. We're sitting. If we win, we're sitting pretty, and we say, right, City can do what they want against Everton. I fully expect Everton to absolutely roll over. And even if they try, they're not getting close to City. Everton. I watched Everton on Saturday against Wolves, and Wolves were levels ahead of them. It was, people talking about Everton and Everton and Wolves being, seventh in the league. Who'll get it? Wolves are miles ahead of Everton at this stage. Absolute miles ahead of them. I can't see them touching City. So, but look,
they can't. I'll tell you why. Because the manager wants to play football, and Everton have never been able to play football. Right? They're just yard dogs, and the only way they get results
anyway. What's he done?
The only way the Ev get results against big clubs is when they go into the yard dog mentality, and he hasn't got that. And he tries to play football against footballing teams, he's going to get murdered. I can see City smashing 3-4 past them easy.
Yeah, so can I. Absolutely. But look, we're all predicting the Liverpool win for tomorrow night. And then we have Bournemouth at home next Saturday. Before travelling to United, as I said. No, sorry, do we have Bayern and then United? Am I right in thinking that? I could be. I can't remember the fixtures. No, I think it's Bayern and then United. I think somebody said that we have to play Bayern before we play United. But look, just see how it goes, lads. Been good to be back, hasn't it? Nice for a Sunday, what?
It's good to have you back, Gavin. I don't know about him in Dubai.
Ah, no, like Matt. Don't be doing that. Matt's nice. Look at Matt. Look how he's not love him. Look at him. Nicest guy on Twitter.
Gonna give him a shout out later.
The lads with the club will be back on Monday straight after the game. We'll try to get something out the FB4 either middle of next week or probably next weekend. We'll see how we get on. I'll be with us after the game on Saturday against Bournemouth. Might try to get Matt to do that with me as well. He's promised to do one or two and then said, I can't, I'm Matt busy, and turns out he's just drinking.
I can do Bournemouth.
Yeah, good. There you go. Live on air. He's committed to Bournemouth. Last thing, lads, before we go, people will see on the screen there the Sean Cox appeal. It's still on. It's still going. The first 5 interviews have been released. You will see you've interviews there. Brian Kerr, Shay Gill, Jamie Carragher, Jose Enrique. There's one more. John Barnes. £5, 5 interviews. All monies raised go directly to Sean's family. Click on lfcdt.com. Click on the Sean Cox appeal. Sign up. You get access to the site. You get access to the player. The 5 great interviews. There's more to come. But look, tell your family, tell your friends, anyone you know. You don't have to be a Liverpool fan. A lot of the stuff they talk about is just about football in general, and they're really good. But that's been us. That's been the FB4. Yeah, good to be back. Come on, the Reds. Grizz thinks we're winning tomorrow night. I don't know whether that's a good or a bad thing. Are you going to the game, Grizz?
Yeah, I'm planning on going.
Yeah? All right. What do you mean?
They said fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. I've got 100% record this season.
Okay. And when you say planning on going, are you just going to walk up and say, can I come in? Or do you have a ticket?
Can't reveal my secrets live on air. Come on.
Have the relevant people been informed?
You're watching live on TV, yeah.
On TV at home. Yeah. Stay Brown style.
He's got
watch 20 games live.
Stay Brown style. I'm gonna watch it live at home. I've been to every game live.
Yeah.
He's going the game. He's just gonna stand outside the stadium watching it on his phone.
It's not far from me. It's literally 10 minutes around the corner. So I'll smuggle myself in somehow.
All right, no worries. Well, look, that's been the FB4, lads. Thanks a million for everyone for joining us. Grace, Matt, thanks a million. Talk to you soon. Over and out.